A call for change targeting cell phones in schools is getting louder. Right now, there is a bipartisan bill in the state Senate calling for a total ban on cell phones for grades K through 8 and a ban in classrooms for high school. This, as we are now just weeks away from the March 15th deadline Minnesota gave all state school districts to come up with a cell phone policy of their own. Nelson Garcia caught up with one school that thinks it's found the perfect balance that actually does not involve a full-fledged ban.
Making a change at Mounds View High School.
I was seeing phones as a disruption to learning.
Means making a plan. For Principal Rob Reitz, who says using cell phones and social media during school caused problems.
We were seeing kids vaping more, increased in-school absenteeism. We were definitely seeing more conflict that was going unresolved because it was living online.
Making a plan doesn't always go as planned for students.
I never expected my day to go like this.
Like Calvin Fant.
I cannot lie.
He's a senior at Mounds View High School.
Is this everybody we got today?
Who initially didn't know, in addition to class, he'd be crafting the plan for school.
I was on the cell phone policy committee. Yeah.
Mounds View Schools created a group of parents, students, and educators,
Take in this information.
like Principal Reitz, to talk honestly about cell phones.
You're not very in tune with what's going on outside of your phone because you're still stuck on your phone as you're walking to class, into class, and stuff like that.
The students were hilarious, to be honest. They were so honest about how they get around things we've done to try to curb their use.
I'd go on my phone, or I'd use my phone to find answers or something, and then I know I shouldn't do that, but I did.
Junior Austin Harriet joined Calvin on the cell phone committee.
Because it kind of just changed my mindset in school.
While there's no district plan, Mounds View High School is trying its own plan. Starting this year, students are encouraged to bring their phones to class. They place them in a caddy, cameras down, assigned to numbered pockets.
I used to not like the rule.
Teachers shouldn't have to compete with phones to get kids' engagement.
The caddy system provides something else.
When they start their first activity, I come over and I take attendance.
The idea to take attendance based on phones in the caddy comes from teachers. It's consistency and it's routine.
I gotta say, I've always been okay at taking attendance, just looking out, but it reminds kiddos to put them in there. So if for some reason a student has forgotten to bring their cell phone up here, I find out right away at the start of class.
No phone means an absence, prompting students to comply with the cell phone policy.
We're all here.
While keeping phones in the room in case of emergency.
We want them to be able to have access in those moments to send a reassuring text to their parent, I'm okay.
There's safety concerns with it as well. So it's with this, it's very important to, make sure everybody voices their opinion on something like this.
Making sure students, are following the rules and not on their cell phones and really partnering with them around that.
Heidi Danielson is on the Mounds View School Board, trying to figure this plan out.
Let's make sure we get our phones in the caddy. If you don't have a phone, you know the drill.
Taking current practices,
and it's really worked,
combined with a district-wide survey.
I think we're hearing from a lot of people who think students shouldn't have access to cell phones.
Danielson and the school board will add the results of 2 community events of food and feedback.
We thought this was a great opportunity to engage the community.
And the recommendation from the cell phone committee.
I feel like it kind of uplifted the idea of it.
To figure this plan out.
Middle schoolers and elementary schools using phones. I think that is a big, big no-no.
Wanted to have their opinion registered so they felt like they had an input on that, no matter what was decided in the end.
Making a change means making a difference. An opportunity Calvin never planned on.
Me and Austin both have family members that are younger than us that are going to be coming to Mounds View. I want him to make sure that he's not on his phone. It's a distraction because I did it myself. I don't want them to follow in the footsteps that I followed myself in.
Doing something for them that ensured their voices were heard, that feels good for me too.
In Arden Hills, Nelson Garcia, KARE 11 News.
Senators say they want to hear from school leaders about their new cell phone policies, but could be open to proposals, but they still do plan to move toward a ban by the fall of 2026.